Big Things Coming is proudly brought to you by Dazzle Home Loans. Darren's 15 years experience in finance will remove the worry when buying your new home.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Big Things Coming.
Damn, I miss that every time.
Geordie, Mel, how are you guys?
Awesome.
Doing okay.
Another fine day.
How you going, Mo?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah. Pretty excited about today's guest.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, guests.
Today, guests, yes,
Yes,
a
plural.
double episode because today we actually have an actual launch on our show for the very first time.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
down for that.
Big Things
Yeah.
Coming exclusive.
Yes.
It is an exclusive. To start off the double episode, we have a man who beats the skins harder than any of Slipknot's drummers.
Wow, okay.
He's extremely talented, man.
That is very true.
This guy is a sick drummer. He goes by the name of Luke Claybrook from Agamar and also Crowbone.
What's up, y'all? Thank you for having me on.
Wrong button.
That's one less point for Johnny. Take it off.
I appreciate the words of commendation. It's very sick.
How you doing,
Thank you
bro?
very much.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me on.
Now, look, before we get into the music video, I don't know if you can hear the
I like
Sirens
you say-
going
They're
off.
coming for us.
You introduce our guest and then the sirens. Woo, woo, woo. We're coming to get you.
Before we get into the music video side of it, which Peter and I had the pleasure of coming and filming you guys.
It was pretty sick yesterday.
Let-
That was sick.
Let's talk about the lead up to this moment. Like, you guys have an EP coming out.
Yeah, so pretty much, funnily enough, today the single dropped, which is The Butterfly Effect.
The Butterfly Effect from Agamar. Go and check it out on Spotify now.
It's pretty sick.
Spotify, iTunes,
Everything.
YouTube, everything.
I think minus SoundCloud, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't know, but
I don't.
check it out.
I don't even bother with SoundCloud anymore. Like, I tried it when we first released music, and I was like, yeah, no.
Agamar.
Yes.
Agamar is a name.
Yes.
Can you please give us a little bit of the backstory
Okay,
behind
so-
Agamar?
Just settle down there.
I'm sure Ash can explain this a bit better later when
Okay.
Ash comes on. But the gist that I got was like when I first met Ash, like we met on Facebook. That's how I met Crowburn too. Like,
Yeah.
Facebook is fantastic.
Social networking. Yep.
Facebook is fucking fantastic.
You love it. You endorse it.
Band-Aid, I was looking for bands. I met
Yeah.
Ash and I was like, okay, I like what you're doing. Send me what you got.
Yep.
Send me what you got. And I was like, hell yeah. Let's do something with it. So all this time went by and I never actually knew what our name meant. And I went, yeah, what is
Yeah,
Agamar?
yeah, what's
Where
the
did it come
story?
from? So it's actually from Star Wars. It's a Star Wars reference. So
Okay.
I didn't actually know this. Like I grew up loving Star Wars. Like
Yeah.
Star Wars is
Life.
like my, it's fucking fantastic.
You're gonna hate me, bro.
Oh, don't even.
Don't tell me you're a Star Trek boy.
Neither.
Fantastic.
None of them.
Sure, it's better than you saying Star
But
Trek.
That's right.
It's funny. Like, I'm obsessed with the universe and aliens
No, but are
and
you?
stuff. No, I really am. But I never got into Star Wars.
Don't
man,
say
or
that.
Star Trek.
You're just-
yeah,
that's
like
so
I know
disappointing.
it's so depressing.
I
But
thought I knew you.
What is the
Have a
Star
good
Wars-
life.
What is the Star Wars reference exactly?
So it's actually a planet in Star Wars.
okay, cool.
Ash will explain it better later.
question. Sure,
I just
sure.
know it's a reference from Star Wars and it's a planet in Star Wars.
Okay.
That's-
no doubt.
So that's pretty sick. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't really know what to think of it when I heard it, but I was like, hey, that's sick.
it sounds metal as fuck.
It does.
Oh, it definitely does. Like
Yeah.
of all the names, like with Crowbone, like
And
Crowbone. What is Crowbone? It's like
for
those
those
what
at
it
home,
is.
those at home that are listening, like Agamar, it's Agamar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agamar.
What's the genre, would you say?
Definitely metalcore. Like very
Metalcore.
Yeah.
to reference it, like we go for more of like a Motionless in White,
Okay.
sort of Slipknot, I Prevail,
Yeah.
sort of sound. That's really where we sort of take our influence from.
And because your drumming technique is heavily inspired by Joey Jordison.
Oh,
am I
absolutely.
right? Yeah.
Like I grew up, funnily enough, really trippy, but Metallica, like that was the one thing that got me into, you know, it was like metal. It was like the heavy shit. Like I grew up on Skrillex and dubstep and all that other stuff, and Pink, for example, like Katy Perry, things like that, which is really unique and blows my mind. And then just one day I heard Enter Sandman. I was like, what the fuck? This is like crazy. And then I just got into everything else, like And Justice, Kill 'Em All, like Ride the Lightning, and like Hit the
Master
Lights was one of the
Puppets,
first songs that I actually learnt by Metallica on the drums. Like it's crazy that it blows my mind that that's what got me into it. And then I found Slipknot. I was like, holy shit. Like, I was like, this is like next level. And then like, you know, I found other bands.
And then you keep going down
like,
that rabbit hole, hey? And then it's
definitely.
just like
Well, I mean, I discovered Amity, like one of my favorite bands right now,
Amity
if not my
Affliction.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing them in November.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Nice.
but you know, like bands like that, I Prevail, Motionless in White, like all of them. That's pretty much the best way to describe where we come from.
and you push
as
them
a
all
genre.
together and mush them up and then ta-da,
Pretty much,
here's you
yeah,
guys.
like- So this upcoming EP is pretty much going for that real Slipknotty gritty sound.
Yeah.
A lot of cool influences in there, I definitely say. It's very surprising, very different to what we've ever done before. Obviously being it's our first EP, like that's pretty exciting.
And what's even more incredible is the fact that you guys are a two-piece.
Yes, it's been a very long 2-year journey. Oh, I think it's coming up to 2 years now. It's a very long 2-year journey. Member problems, you know, like things that that do happen. But it's
you
like
get that in every band.
it does happen, and it's there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to move forward and push forward. And
100%.
Ash and I have done really well for where we're at. Like I'm definitely, it's showing. I definitely say, you know,
It's awesome.
So you were a full band before, is that correct?
yeah, so pretty much like Ash and I met on Facebook. So that was just us for like ages. Like we tried to find members. We had people who were interested and then decided like a week later, they're like, nah, not for me. It's just a consistent cycle of that until like I knew 2 mates that I had been in previous bands with and one that I just knew off another mate. And I said, yeah, do you guys want to be in this band? This is what we do. This is what we play. They were very interested. Obviously, over time, it didn't get very far. And due to that, we just decided that it's best that we
Keep it
to
you
us.
guys.
And it's
that's
really
awesome.
panning out really well for us. Like
Yeah.
we've got so much lined up. It blows my mind that we just dropped a single and then we're about to announce the EP like 2 days, like not even 2 days, like less than 48
the
hours.
release date you're looking at?
August 23rd. So
August
we've got
Lots going on in August, eh? Yes.
a lot going on in August. We got the EP launch the same day as well. So that'll be pretty sick. We've got a pretty cool lineup with that.
Where's that going to be?
So that'll be at Linnet's Lounge.
Okay,
so
cool.
What is the lineup, man? Who's the best?
Pretty sure I can say this now with
Yeah.
confidence. So with main support, we got Infinite Exile, which is pretty cool. So I've been talking to Sam for a while. They're sick guys.
Yeah.
I love their work, what they're doing. Great band. So it was really cool to get them on. We got Volgarite jump on as well.
Volgarite. Yeah. They
Great guys.
crazy legends. They know how to put on a show.
They
man.
definitely do.
Yeah.
Like Maddie's fucking sick drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like great guy. And then we ended up getting Glass Castles. So they're a very similar band to us. Like I would say they're the most close to us as possible. I don't know where they're at the moment with their sort of stuff, but they're sick guys. Like Aaron, I've known him for a while now. I was gonna play drums for them. We never got around to it, but great guys, all great bands.
Well, you're a drummer. You play in a billion bands, don't you? Like that's the going thing. Like every drummer is pretty much pimped themselves out.
I would say, it gets pretty busy. Work but you know, it's the passion. Like you can't not love what you do.
That's
like,
a really good segue because you're not only in Agamar, you're also in Crailbone.
yes,
They've got a new EP coming out soon too.
very exciting. Our first EP, self-titled EP. Got our latest single that we dropped, Forever Blind. That's going to be on there as well, which is pretty sick.
And Crailbone recently got played on Triple J.
Yeah, that was really exciting. we just
On
one
Short
day
Fast
chilling.
Loud,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're just chilling, and then we get a text from Josh,
Yeah.
Short Fast Loud, and we're like, what the
Yeah.
hell? Like that's
Dude.
crazy sick.
Yeah,
And then
I
he was
was-
just like, hey man, like I'm gonna play a song on Triple J. And I was like,
I was discussing this with you when we were filming like the music video
Yeah.
with you guys, and I said like I'll never forget that moment where I got that text as well. And it's like this was a big goal for me, like to get played on Triple J, and it's done.
I think it's the same with any musician. Like you aspire to like
Yes,
you
yes.
get airtime, like
Bigger, better.
things like
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah,
like you just
yeah.
push yourself, and I
Yeah.
think that's what we're doing right now, just elevating ourselves.
Yeah.
When it
Yeah.
comes to
100%.
like in Agamar, like we just continually are writing songs.
Yeah.
Like we were in the middle of finishing off a song, and then Ash just dropped another idea, and then we
Yeah.
started writing that, and then it's a continuous cycle of that.
So
And
as being like just the two of you,
yeah.
how is the recording process working?
So pretty much, like it's fantastic. Ash went to SAE, so we've pretty much got our own producer, like
Yeah.
audio engineer.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
fantastic. Like Ash is one of the best musicians I've ever worked with. Like great person to be around, great musician, and it's really just helped us elevate our game. You know, like
Yeah.
being able to pay just a dry hire fee for a studio, and then everything else is free. Like that just blows my mind. And it's not like it's at home quality. Like this is good quality we're
Yeah.
putting out, and it's I don't know, maybe it's biased, maybe it's not, but like really goes to show like from Crailbone spending grands of money on
Yeah.
recording to this
Yeah.
where it's like $400 and we got an EP done is like it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we're not on a time frame when it comes to that because we dry hire Vision from 9 to 11 p.m. Spend the whole day recording whatever. Like
Yeah.
let's go and say we're gonna track one song, we end up tracking 5. Like
Sure,
that's what
yeah.
we just did. Like
Yeah.
gone.
wicked.
That's what we're gonna do again this
That's
weekend.
really cool.
So,
Can I ask, how do you guys, what's the setup for performing live? You're on drums and Ash's
vocals, guitar. So
Vocals, guitar.
Ash, pretty much we use interface, use Reaper. We have tracks and click,
Yep.
which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
It just really goes to show what you can do just as minimal people as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you don't need a big band to
No.
like you look at Slipknot, for example, like
Yeah.
as one of my biggest influences and inspirations. It's like there's 9 of them, but half of them don't really do anything, if that makes sense. It's like they're just hitting
Banging.
kegs and like and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
It
for
adds
sure.
to their like atmospheric performance, and
Yeah.
which is really sick.
If you guys ever decide to become a 3-piece, I'll beat the trash cans for you.
Fuck
right?
yeah.
Like,
Dude, you can't even push those buttons correctly. So you know.
Do you in-house bass and have in-ears?
So funnily enough, it's actually MIDI bass, and it's I don't know how Ash gets it to sound so good, but it like sounds like a real bass. Like you couldn't tell if you're sitting there just listening to our music, like you wouldn't know that's MIDI bass.
Right.
Wicked.
Yeah, I mean, we use in-ears, we use
yeah.
packs, and it's great. We just get on stage, do our thing.
And being a 2-piece, like you get so much more control over your music. Like if you don't like the way that like something sounds, you've only got the other person to run it by. Like you've got that friendship there. I assume there's like not many, if any, like disagreements between you guys because you're mates. You both want the same thing. You're putting out good music. So I don't like this. Yep, let's change it. Boom.
I definitely agree. Like it's definitely a bigger factor. Like you can see like the experiences that I've been through. I have Crailbone where there's 5 of us, and then I've got just Ash and I, and it really sort of gives you a bit of both. It's like you know,
You really do have
Crailbone-
the best of both worlds, eh?
Yeah, I'm really blessed to be where I am. Like, without my drum teacher, I don't. He's in a pretty sick cover band. He has been for years. 2 Cent Professionals. I don't know if anyone knows him, but
Okay.
What's his name?
Ben Lawrence.
Okay.
So I took lessons from pre-primary, or kindy even to 11, 12 years maybe. And then everything I've been doing now is self-taught. So I spent just time YouTube. Like that's all it takes is YouTube and some time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you put in the work. Like it's crazy how much you can evolve. And like I just get all these compliments from people. Like even my girlfriend. Like she from watching her gig to being in bands to aspiring to be like her, then to actually being like her.
Yeah.
And then watching her sort of fall out with music, it's like it just really goes to show how much you can see the improvement.
100%.
And it's fantastic, and I love watching everyone's journey and You know,
Yeah.
everyone's at their own pace. It doesn't matter whether you're
Yeah, but-
60, 30, 20, 15, 10,
And the thing
100,
is
like
that
it
you've
does
got
not
to,
matter.
You've got to like be dedicated to your craft, dedicated to, you know, whatever your trajectory is, you know, in this case with
Definitely.
you guys, because, you know, nothing good can come of like if you choose to spend 4 hours on music a week, you're not going to get shit done.
No, absolutely
you know,
not.
it's a
Yeah.
thing that you dedicate to, right?
It's like we guaranteed to have a practice at least once a week. Like we know for a fact, like we don't really pick a day. We just go, yep, done.
Yeah.
Practice,
Yeah.
bang. And we go, all right, we're going to the studio this day. We're going to get this done. If we have time, we'll do more. We'll do whatever. Like there's no real limit to where we can go. It's just going
Yeah.
up.
Exactly right, dude. You pre-arrange something. You both know, all right, this is what we're doing on this day. Forget everything else.
Yeah.
You don't just wait until you get there and be like, oh, what are
what
we
are you
doing
doing?
now? You know?
But that's also the beauty, I reckon, of having just the two of you.
that can also be a good thing as well. It's like, okay, like if you don't try to say, okay, we're doing this. Sometimes the beauty is like you just rock up and be like, okay, today is just going to be
See how it goes.
ground zero. Let's just try and come up with a new song.
Yeah.
You know, and that can be the beauty of it as well. If you've got that great chemistry flowing.
Yeah, that's it. That's
I definitely
exactly
think that's what's like really beneficial about jamming is like you just when you go on a jam,
You just go on a
you either-
journey, man.
You never know
yeah.
what you're going to come into unless you genuinely like you have a plan. Like you say, hey, we've got this launch or we've got this
Yeah.
gig. We need to do this whole set.
Yeah.
When we have time after, let's do something. I will just go with the flow like that. And that's fantastic. It really shows
Yeah.
the chemistry. It shows how people evolve as musicians, where their goals and aspirations are. Like it's really cool what we've done as well. Like we're just our single that we just dropped, funnily enough, our first gig, like the day before, Ash brought me the song and goes, I want to finish this. I want to learn it. I want to do it tomorrow. I was like, okay. And this gig was like this is a big Tomo gig. So last minute, like 2 days or 3 days before, shout out to Big Tomo.
Yep.
Good man.
Tom Mantle.
Yeah. They're fantastic, man. They had great work in the scene.
Yep.
But Ash brings me the song, goes, yeah, let's learn it. Let's finish it. Like, hey, like the gig tomorrow, like it's pretty cool. First gig, whatever. And like, I heard it before, but I didn't really recall it. Plays it for me. I'm like, sick. That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Sit down. I just start playing. And then in 20 minutes, we had the song done.
Yeah.
And then we sort of, over time, evolved it slightly more and more and more until we got it to the point where we're like, this is exactly how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at now. And it's like really cool to see the evolution of how we write our songs.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Well, Luke,
We have spoken about Ash.
Indeed.
We might have to get
we've
him in.
spoken about Ash, so now we would like to meet the man, the front man for
Yes.
Agamar, the man behind the 7-string Ibanez, which I had the beauty of having a strum on the other day.
And thank you for sharing your story and your passion. And it's so obvious, like just talking with you, how like, you know, excited for music you are. You know, that kind of just pours out of you. And I love that. So thanks for bringing it to us.
Thank you very much for allowing me to sort of share my opinions. Like, it's
No,
like
it's
I love
awesome.
watching other people, you know, on their own journey. Like you, for example, Johnny, like in Colour Mind, you know, going through a front end change, and Geordie just dropping this new EP. Like that's
Fuck yeah.
sick.
Thank you,
And
Luke.
watching
And
Mel on Big Things Coming every week is just really sick, man. So it's like
we're
you guys
we're
are
all
awesome.
waiting for Ashes of Autumn's new album.
Yes.
We can't
I'm
wait.
That's
waiting.
pretty
It's
sick,
pretty
I-
exciting.
I think that is going to be an emotional moment for me as well, because seeing how much hard work that she and Steph have been putting in.
Yeah, I told you, like I did my last vocal sesh, and like literally
and
just
it
like
was an emotional moment
cried.
for
Like
you.
it was like not just because
Is
of
that
like
because you ran out of beer, or
it's because you drew the penis on the white. But no, it's just one of those things where you know that you're in the process, you know, but then when you complete your part of it and you hear it back and it's like, whoa, I've fucking done
Yeah.
this, you know,
Yeah.
I've put all of my soul and stuff into it, and then you hear it and then I was like literally just in tears. It's like
it's
a
your
blubbery
baby?
mess. Yeah,
You're
literally.
raising that baby, and then you get to see it shine.
Yeah, so hopefully.
All right, Luke, we're going to
Thank
bring
you,
you
Luke.
back after
No
we've
worries.
spoken with Ash, and we're going to do our What's on Repeat segment. So we'll boot
Hell
you
yeah.
out of the hot seat for now, brother.
No worries.
We'll
Thank
talk
you
to you in
very
a minute.
much. We'll do.
But yeah, 100%, Mel. You're right. You know, like you put all your time and energy into that one thing, the album, And
it's not just the time and energy, it's the emotions where these songs have been written from. And, you know, some of these songs that I've written have been about things that have happened when I was a kid. And then, you know, going back to revisit those emotions is really taxing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how...
well, it's like opening Pandora's box.
Yeah,
You
but
don't know what...
I didn't realize how it was going to affect me.
You don't know how it's going to affect you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and then it really fucking affected me, man. Like I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But you know, it's also very cathartic at the same time. So it's just it's been an incredible journey. But anyway, enough about me.
Let us introduce
Come
the
on.
second
Ash.
member.
The front man of Agamar. How you doing, brother?
Press the right one. Yellow.
That's the right one.
That's the right one.
How you doing,
bro?
buddy?
Yeah,
I'm
good.
still learning my roadcaster here, man. Like, I got no idea.
If you can't tell,
I'm not good at pushing buttons. I'm good at
you push
pushing
my mate. You push
everyone's
fucking my
buttons.
buttons. No, I'm kidding.
How you
How you
doing,
doing,
bro?
mate?
Yeah, good.
Bro, we got lollies, we got chocolate here. Like, get hyped up. Don't eat my fucking noodles, all right? How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good.
Congratulations on the
Thank you.
release
Thank
of
you.
your new single. Peter and I had the pleasure of coming and filming you for the music video, which will be seen first here on Big Things Coming.
I'm so excited for that.
It was really cool, man. It was
Yeah.
cool. Like, Peter obviously did all the camera work. I did the smoke machine.
It was fun.
It was
But
good.
did you?
Yeah, it was good.
Did you press the right button, Johnny?
Oh,
Like-
yeah. Well, when there's only one button to push,
Okay, so it's not difficult.
you've only got a 50% chance of fucking it up.
Smoke machine makes it hot as well.
Yeah.
Did it?
It was so
Was it hot?
Yeah. Second time through, I was dripping with sweat.
No
My
wonder
eyes were
Peter was
stinging.
standing under the aircon the whole time.
Did you find it? Do you find it hard to sing with the smoke machine?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I mean, the smoke was mostly on
Yeah,
the floor, so.
Okay.
I have heard that can like affect your vocals and stuff.
Some
when
people
singing.
get really irritated by it.
I think it was Lindsay from Primrose Path. I specifically remember she mentioned something on Facebook.
I remember that post.
Yeah. The smoke machine was affecting her vocal cords. Like I said, I'm not a singer. I don't experience this stuff. I'd do some backing chants. Fake.
Wake me up.
Don't even.
But you are a singer, my friend.
Yeah, sort of.
How long you been doing it?
Vocalist. About 2 years. Been screaming.
Okay.
I've only just started working on clean vocals.
Okay.
Can't do it very well yet.
How
but
was the
we're getting there.
transition to that?
It's a bit easier than thought it would be because all the the breath control and stuff like that's already done.
Yes.
So half the job's there.
Yep.
And then it's just tonal stuff.
Okay.
Which is the biggest hurdle.
And how are you working on it? Like, how
YouTube.
are you? Oh, okay.
It's all YouTube. Yeah.
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 It works though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking to get a vocal coach to help with that, but at the moment, yeah.
Well, it just so happens, dude, I know a great vocal coach.
I have done that in the past, but like,
I'm still waiting for an episode where Mel is just going to belt out a nasty scream, yeah, it'll be cool. We'll get there.
we'll get there.
But Luke was saying that you've been studying at SAE.
Yeah, so I started 2017, I think. I did my diploma in music production.
Wow.
And then after that, I went on to doing my Bachelor of Audio at SAE, finished that in 2019, 2020. And yeah, that was very expensive.
I was just going to say, so now you're broke.
Yes. $70,000
jokes,
hex debt.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
the great thing is that you don't need any money now because
No.
you get to do it all yourself.
No, exactly, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and funny thing is through that, I was the only one in my group who was really focused on doing live band and stuff.
Yeah,
Everyone else
yeah,
was
okay.
more focused on the electronic music side, synths, creating stuff like that.
Yeah.
True.
So yeah, I was the go-to whenever anyone needed to record drums for any project.
That's
yeah,
cool.
right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
True.
Well, that's good to know.
That is
Because,
true.
yeah, like recording drums can be a very painful and tedious process if you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, damn straight.
Um,
Even if you do know what you're doing, it's still,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
challenging, right?
yeah, like for me, when I'm doing demos, I'll just use MIDI drums anyway. So
I do the same for demos.
yeah. But it's
a great
so
writing tool.
handy, man.
Yeah.
Like before I knew how to write MIDI, I used to use Guitar Pro.
Yes, same.
Right, like
same.
I'd write my drums on there, export it as a MIDI file, and then
Yep.
put it into the DAW.
Did you use the overlay where you get to click if it's kick, snare, and what sort of hit?
Yeah, so like I remember like you'd get different accentuations,
Yeah.
and I remember like the hi hat was like a little X.
Yes.
with a yeah.
I've got Guitar Pro 7 still
Yeah,
using that.
same dude, same. And like I introduced Guitar Pro to musicians that have never heard of it,
Right.
And they're like, "What, a tablature editing software?" And their mind's blown. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, this is like 15 years old now.
It is, yeah.
Like, it's
They're on to like
outdated.
9 or something like that now. It's
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's
they
nuts.
keep updating it.
It's so cool
Yeah.
though. For demos, like especially at home, it's perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My boy, so let's give a little bit of the journey for your musical background.
Yes.
Is Agamar your first project? Or
Technically no, but sort of.
Okay.
So so I started playing guitar when I was 10. I've been playing for about 16 years now.
Wow.
Then when I finished high school, actually, a friend of mine who was vocalist at the time, we started a project called The Angel's Leash, and I wrote everything, sent it to him, he wrote his lyrics, and then I used that as my final graduating project for SAE. We recorded a full-length album, and then that just dropped after that. Didn't do anything from it. So we're actually rewriting and using a lot of those songs for Agamar, which hence the sort of part. And technically there was a couple different projects throughout SAE that we sort of created there, but that was just a one trimester thing. Wrote some music, recorded it, and that was it. So yeah, Agamar is really my first real like full-time band that I'm putting everything into.
nice.
And can we get your definition of
Yeah.
your description of the band name?
So so in Clone Wars TV series
Right.
from like 2008, there's Planet Agamar. And if I'm remembering correctly, the whole point of it was like there's a kid who's reprogrammed all the battle droids and stuff to be like friendly.
Hey.
And just sounded cool. I love Star Wars. And
I was gonna say, dude,
Yeah.
like after speaking to Trent Mitchell, right? He knows a lot of people that do like the fan made music videos and
Yep.
stuff. So I'm gonna speak to Trent. I'll put him onto you. We'll get like a Star Wars fan made
oh
music
my
video
gosh,
for
that's
Agamar.
actually brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That'd be cool, yeah.
We'll
That
get the drones fighting and stuff. You know,
That'd
like
be sick. That would be so good.
yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah.
Trent watches every single episode. He's an amazing supporter, so I don't even need to reach out to him.
By the time this episode's finished, he's already onto it. He's done it.
Yeah. He reached out to me. He's talking about doing a Colormine fan made Dragon Ball Z video.
Cool.
I can't wait, man. So
Sick.
that's what
That'd be
I'm
cool,
excited. Like your thing's Star Wars,
Yeah.
mine's Dragon Ball Z. You know, like I love that shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of your influences growing up?
So it's kind of sort of similar to Luke a little bit because Metallica, Slipknot's what got me
Yeah.
into music, and funnily enough, it was one and before I forget from Guitar Hero 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a
And
game.
I guess technically
Memories.
Stricken Disturbed as well, but
Stricken by the
yeah,
Stab.
that was on there.
You're
but,
onto it.
I'm
yeah.
onto it.
But yeah, it was a lot more Metallica and Slipknot, and then it just sort of evolved from there. I think after I discovered metal, I was playing around on the website Songster, which is a tablature website.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, we were just going through like top tabs. We found Avenged Sevenfold from that, Motionless in White, and since then, like Motionless in White is my biggest influence, my favorite band. But there's just so many from there. Yeah.
I'll never forget, like you mentioned Avenged Sevenfold, and I think it was Need for Speed Underground 2, right? Like we're going
Are we
back
talking
years.
gaming again?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I tuned out.
But I think it was definitely a Need for Speed game, but Avenged Sevenfold, Blinded by Chains was on there.
Yeah, right.
And that's the first time I had heard them. Back then, what was it called? The CD store, Sanity, was at the Morley Galleria. I put down my control. I walked to the Galleria. I went and bought their fucking album, man. Like Blinded by Chains, yeah.
It's good.
You can't tell me gaming does not, help people. You know, like it gave me music, dude. Like,
Oh, look, I mean, I'm all about it. I can't watch it.
like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
gonna say,
soundtrack, man. Like
Guitar Hero 2 had Beast in the Heartland.
Yeah.
A7X.
Yeah,
And that was a ripper song. So
Which Guitar Hero was it? And Through the Fire and Flames from Dragon
That was
Force.
3.
number 3.
That was
Yeah.
3. Holy
The ending
shit,
song.
man.
Yeah.
Dude, what an ending. Yeah, like, it's just...
That's a song that got Guitar Hero 3 so popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like, Herman Lee at the time, like he was crowned, I think, the world's fastest guitarist from that. And even Kirk Hammett from Metallica, he did like a write-up. He was like, man, these guys are insanely fast.
I remember
you know?
seeing it was like a viral video of like a Japanese girl. She was like 12 or something.
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
extreme mode.
I think I
Extreme
might
mode,
have seen
and
that, yeah.
100%. Yeah. Like every single note, 100% correct. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I fail on easy, Like I just want to hear the songs. I'll palm it off to someone else to play it good so I can just hear the song,
That's just proof that you practice, you can do
There you
anything,
go.
really.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly right.
And then some people would argue, like, oh, while you're practicing a video game, you could be practicing a real guitar as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
but
two
you're still
completely
getting-
different ball games.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Was it Rock Band? They introduced
The
like
drum kit and stuff.
the drum
Yeah.
kit. And there was one that actually had like strings on a guitar as well. Like,
Really?
I think so.
I know what's it called? There was like that it was like 2016 they released a computer game which taught you guitar.
Maybe
through
it
that,
wasn't
but you
Rock
had to
Band, but you know what I'm
plug your
talking
guitar
about.
into
Yeah,
it.
you actually
Yeah,
had to like
play it.
strum chords and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It was.
But that's the gift that keeps on giving. And so is the gift of music, which you guys have
Yes.
made. The debut single, which we have videoed, and you guys will be seeing it for the first time. What's
Yeah.
up?
We're gonna end this episode with the music video, and you know what? We guarantee we're gonna get flagged for copyright.
They can go.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet.
Fuck you, Dave.
Yes, exactly.
Shall we get what song?
Yeah, let's bring back Luke. Oh no, stay
stay
there.
there, stay there.
We'll just get you guys to share a mic, and we've got this segment called "What's on Repeat," right? And you guys will have to get in nice and close on the mic, very intimate, very intimate. So, what's on repeat? Excuse me, I'm about to burp.
What's on Repeat is a
It's not
segment
Johnny's
where
burps.
you tell the audience what's been on
Spinning
your,
in your ears.
repeat. It could be local, could be
On Spotify or iTunes,
Whatever.
what have you got on repeat at the moment?
it could be your own. It's anything. That's
My own music.
And you know what? That's perfectly fine.
And definitely say a lot of Amity. I've been playing, like, I kid you not, Amity is like my biggest inspiration right now. Joe is a fantastic drummer. Joe, I don't know if you're watching this, but I love you. I hope you see the video I tagged you
Maybe
in.
someone can tag this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I did tag him yesterday. I filmed a little clip at rehearsal and
Oh, yeah?
tagged him. So
check it out.
I want to see, like, I did this with all the drums. I want to see what your thoughts are on these sticks, on that stick there, and this one, like the same, obviously.
I don't
You know,
think
you
this
got
is
a
a
pair.
drumstick. I think this is like a rolling pin. Like a,
You wouldn't believe who those drumsticks belong to, eh, Mel?
Yes, well.
Maddie.
Who was it?
It's my friend Morgan Rose from Seven Dust. So these are the flat butts that he uses because he's such a fucking hard hitter.
That's pretty fucking sick, actually.
Luke's skins are crying right now. Like if he was
Yeah.
to play with those.
Yeah,
So.
I blow through an EMAT every couple of months.
So I always introduce him to drummers because I don't know, like I don't know if they're very popular over here or not, but that's his go-to and his choice is endorsed by them and all the things. So if you're a hard hitter
Ash.
and yeah,
What would you do, Bobbin?
Rudely interrupt Mel there.
like
It's about them.
I know, but I was encouraging him to try and use the drumsticks.
I was
Bro.
engaged with
Sorry.
that conversation.
How rude,
Ash, Ash.
How
to
rude
be
were you
honest,
talking about the guest?
I was about to cut her off as well. I keep forgetting I can just mute her mic.
What's a name?
It's like being in a fucking marriage, isn't it?
Yes.
Ash,
Yeah,
what's on
so,
repeat, bro?
At the moment, mainly because I'm going to the Parkway I Prevail show. I've
You
got,
got a ticket.
set list set up for that I've got on, like a playlist on Spotify for that.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
also going to Hosier at the end of the year.
Nice.
So
Hosier.
got that set up. And other than that, I've been listening to a lot of Chaperone.
So
Yeah.
Hosier, Parkway Drive, I'll be at that show too, so I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Hell yeah.
And obviously always Motionless.
Always.
Motionless is why it's always on there no matter what.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
Well, we've come to the end of the episode, guys, and I think all of your fans are waiting to watch this as well.
What fans?
Let's give a quick
The
shout out.
minimal fans, but
Hang
every
on,
one
hang on.
of you, we really appreciate all the support, like genuinely from the both of us. Like we
Get onto
appreciate
it.
Well,
every single bit of support. So.
That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Get onto their page. Get onto Agamar on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify. Yeah.
We might have to start a TikTok.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do it.
We're
Do it.
talking about that.
We're not in it for the money. Like this is not for money. It's for the pure enjoyment of bringing music to everyone.
We love it.
Perth. So
Excellent.
So do
We
you
will do
guys
the best we can.
you guys want to plug your single now, which we're about to play the video? Go ahead.
Yep. So it's the butterfly effect on Spotify.
Let's give a quick
Bit of a
shout
tongue
out.
twister.
Shout out to Dave Gillum.
Dave Gillen from Mustang Print, and also to our brand new sponsor, Dazzle Home Loans,
woo. Thanks,
taking the
guys.
worry out of getting your first
yeah.
home.
And now enjoy Agamar's debut release of
Thank
the
you,
Butterfly
guys.
Effect.
Butterfly
Thank you
Effect
very
from
much.
Take
Agamar.
care.
Big things coming. Catch you next episode.
Bye.